Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we have an exciting pickup. Just got my BBTS haul in the mail, and we have the Player 2 blue and yellow Blanka. This figure is looking fantastic in the package. Super vibrant color. I'm loving that blue and yellow contrast. Can't wait to get this guy in hand to take a closer look. And if you know, Blanka is one of my favorite releases from the Jada Toys Street Fighter line. And the Player 1 was such a pleasure to just unbox and pose and play with. And since I don't have a review for him up on the channel, that was before I started my channel, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the overall aesthetic, sculpt, paint, and articulation as we always do here on the channel. And I will give you a final thoughts on Blanka as a whole, as well as his P2 colorway. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at his box. We have the blue and yellow P2 colorway of the image down there at the bottom. You can check the back of the package here. We have again a promo picture from the Player 2 colorway. Looking good. Would be nice to get some more images here on the back panel for these figures, since these deluxe boxes are so freaking huge. Would be nice to get some extra pictures and things on the back there, but you know, really like these arcade style boxes. It'll be interesting to see if they carry this style onto their alpha figure line, but let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm really excited to get this figure out of the box and see how he looks in hand. Here's our first look at him in the blister packaging still. He comes with his large lightning effect pieces, which are awesome. His secondary pair of slightly open grappling style hands, as well as his secondary screaming head sculpt, which I think is maybe one of my favorite from the Jada Toys line so far. So yeah, you can see here, looking really freaking cool. Let's get him out of this blister pack. And here is the P2 blue and yellow Blanka out of the packaging. Really liking the striking look of this colorway for Blanka. As I said, one of my favorites from the Jada Toys line. He includes his great electric effect piece, this two-piece effect. The one is slightly taller than the other, but you can just arrange these in different cool ways to surround the character to get some interesting dynamic lighting, or sorry, some interesting dynamic effects with these translucent yellow lightning pieces. Really like those. And you can't forget his angry head sculpt here, one of my favorites from the Jada Toys line. I think one of their best head sculpts from their Street Fighter 2 line. Just done super well. The dramatic look and detail on this head sculpt is so cool. The paintwork in the mouth is really clean. You can see the gums, the teeth, the tongue in the inner mouth. His eyes are nice and sharp. Really love this head sculpt. Probably my favorite. Of course, this iconic Blanka hair, the sculpt is done so well. It's in this super soft plastic, which you can see can get out of the way no problem. But I wanted to show you his other accessory, being his slightly loose grasping hands there with the painted white nails. So those will look really good on the figure as well. And of course, he comes with his standard fists. Now this guy, you can see, just menacing. We'll do a side-by-side comparison with some other figures just so you can see the sheer size of this guy, the sheer mass of this guy. I mean, he's even pretty heavy. Surprisingly heavy, surprisingly durable feeling. I really like this figure. So let's go ahead and show you some size comparisons. I'll do a quick rundown of his articulation, and I'll give you some final thoughts at the end. Here he is next to the Jada Toys Ryu. You can see he's an absolute unit next to this Ryu here. And here he is next to another larger Jada Toys character, the Jada Toys Balrog. You can see he's close to the same size, but I would say even slightly more mass, just a little bigger and wider than the Jada Toys Balrog. So you can see there, even a little bit taller. This dude is just massive. Now let's put him to a really big character. Here is the Storm Arena Sagat. You can see has quite a bit of height on the Blanka, but he still pretty much holds his own as far as size goes. So as I said, you know, the one I have on my shelf currently is crouched down low, and I forget how big this figure really is, but looking good. Liking the scale here between all of these characters. So let's go ahead and do a quick test of Blanka's articulation here. We will just do a quick rundown so you can see, even with this hair, as I said, this is super malleable. So you can get that out of the way, get him to, you know, get a pretty decent look up there, not bad. Nice amount looking downwards, that's great. And of course you can get that nice sort of crouching pose as you would want for your Blanka character. He is not utilizing the 1.5 articulation in the butterfly, so this is slightly outdated now for Jada Toys, but you can see you can get pretty comfortably a 90-degree T-pose there, but he's not getting past that unless he had that 1.5 setup. He has upper bicep swivel, the peg hinge joint for the hands, double jointed elbow, maxed out butterfly, butterfly going back, with the shoulders, crunch going forward, going back, side to side, nice kicking up range, nice kicking back range, and there you go. That's our quick rundown for articulation. And as you can see, tons of range in the knees and the legs, help him get down in his crouching poses. Nice range in the elbows. Could be better in the butterfly. You know, he can't really get his arms crossed in front of him. You know, and a pretty good amount in his ab for his size. His head has a lot of nice articulation, but his legs are really doing a lot of the work here. His legs have tons of range, really nice to see. So yeah, that's why this monster is one of my favorite figures from the Jada Toys line. But let's see if we can get him, you know, in his iconic sort of crouching pose here. Do a little bit of posing. You see, you can really push that to to get that pretty low there. There you go, and his sort of iconic crouching pose, and then of course his electricity effect, just like that. You can almost get him fully into his ball pose here, not 100%, but again, for his size, you can get pretty dang close there. You can get him in all sorts of different poses, and those legs really help him get lower in that crouch. So yeah, he is a lot of fun to play with, pose, just a really super solid figure. And I'm loving this Player 2 colorway, so no notes, honestly. It would be nice if they had a little more articulation here in the abdomen to help him get into his ball pose. It's so close, it's right there. But with the size of this dude, I don't know how you get him to fold up. Maybe if his chest piece was a soft plastic, maybe that would help. Not even sure, but overall, this guy, killer figure. If you don't have one of these Jada Toys Blankas, I highly recommend picking it up, messing with it, feeling this thing in hand, because it really is a monster. He's just heavy, durable, feels really nice, nice matte finish to him. His paint is done well. His head sculpts are fantastic. His effect piece is really cool. So yeah, I highly recommend this figure. As I said, definitely in the top 5 of the Jada Toys line for me is this Blanka character, and this P2 is just a welcome addition to the collection. So thanks for spending some time with me today, guys. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, please drop a like and leave a comment if you enjoy or if you are liking this blue and yellow Blanka based on what you've seen in this video. Let me know below in the comments, and we will catch you guys in the next one.